Okay, so I just came back from my track practice and I'm exhausted. But since my video yesterday didn't record properly, I'm gonna try this again. Going back to last class number 7, last Saturday, I walked in there feeling extremely confident about the SAT test in particular. For one, I felt like I knew the words. I'd been reviewing every week with the 25 words. I actually kept a notebook with all the words, definitions, synonym, antonyms, and sentence. So because of that, I felt pretty confident. I'd used that same strategy in 6th grade to like actually win the Word Masters national championship for my school. But it's that same format that enabled me to walk into there with that sense of confidence. When the actual test came, though, I feel like I used them right, but we'll see. I don't want to sound too overly confident. Anyway, in circle time, when we were talking about what happened during Christmas, I was like, okay, this is the nice way to ease into class because I know it's going to be a very stressful class with the upcoming assessment. I feel like I liked Kaylin, Tania's, and Umi's ideas to use that to to assuage our anxieties. When we were reviewing for the actual SAT assessments, that only reinforced my idea that I was prepared for it. Anyway, come talk of the assessments. Oh my god, I don't know. I know that I know the information I need for the assessment. I know how to talk in depth about it. I've researched countless articles. I'm like on Stanford philosophy every single day. But when it actually comes, I'm having trouble picking a real world scenario that would perfectly fit with that, like one theme. I guess, like watching the news, I can get a plethora of ideas, but then I'll be like, oh, this would be good. But then I start questioning myself, like anticipating the questions for the cross examination portion of the assessment. So I question myself and be like, maybe that's not as logical as I thought. Then I'll be, well, maybe I need to revise my thesis even more. So I keep revising, and eventually it seems vague. Then I'm like, okay, that's not gonna work. Then if it has to be that vague for it to be a correct thesis, and it won't work. So I'm still in the process of figuring out how to formulate a good thesis around a real world scenario. I actually, I have to keep reminding myself that the assessment is actually on Sunday and not Saturday, because yesterday I got super scared because I was like, oh my god, I've already wasted 2 days. How am I gonna do this in 5 days? And I was like, wait, no, it's on Sunday. You're good. I'm gonna be start. I'm taking the class time in school to work on the assessment. Like, it's frustrating to some of my teachers, but priorities, you know. Anyway, aside from that, when it came to the actual academic portion of class, the first, well, dealing with the resolutions themselves, that was difficult because we were all concentrating our conversations inside different in like different areas. So some person asks a question over here, then we have a conversation about that going on over there. Then somebody else asks a question over here, then we have a conversation going on about there, and we can actually never consolidate our ideas to create a good list. With the first resolution in particular, we started off having disagreeing with the resolution. We never actually wrote down the disagreements, but we had them there, and that's when I think was one of our greatest flaws with that one. We disagreed first, and then we went back and started making arguments for the pro side, but we never actually wrote them down, meaning that what we just did was in vain. It was futile. But anyway, when the alumni started jumping into giving their take on the resolution, I was astounded at what Jordan had done with the resolution about the government giving more funding to low incomes, to actually giving subsidies to lower class citizens. There, that was a word. But when he brought in the economic principles or economic concepts to the resolution, I looked at it and I was like, wait, that's right. How did I think of that? I had to look at it in a completely different sense. Because at first, I was thinking if they give more money to the lower class citizens, that would cause inflation. Then he's like, no, it's redistribution of wealth. They're not making any new money. I guess, looking back now, I was talking to Alexis Sims about this. And we were like, well, actually, inflation is a general increase in prices. That's the actual definition of inflation. Or at least that's what I was given for it. That's what was used. That's the operating definition in Georgia economics, like the Georgia curriculum. But anyway, the general rise in prices would be caused by having the yeah yeah, I'm making sure I got this right. A general increase in prices would be caused by having more money in the lower class citizens, because by them having more money, one of the shifters of demand is consumer income. If the consumers, lower class consumers, have more income, have more money at their disposal, then they'll go out and buy more. If they buy more, assuming that the laws, well, that assuming they're rational people, if they buy more, then there would be an increase in prices. Producers would be inclined to increase prices. The law of supply. Yeah, but that's an afterthought. Personally, I feel like I can actually feel the growth of me, because I know how to articulate my ideas better now in class. I'm I'm feeling the hesitation wear off when it comes to speaking my ideas, and also I mentioned this yesterday in my video, but it didn't work. So, but when Ms. Britton was questioning us on the theory of forms inside of the group chat, I looked at it and I was like, wait, okay, she's right. She's right. My wording could use help. That's where I think I need to develop more with how I word my statements. I mean, like, words are a powerful tool, and these SAT words, they are coming in handy, making it easier to elucidate on my ideas. But that's to come. Right now, I'm still focusing on getting this assessment stuff done, trying to make a good presentation for this Sunday. Whew, I guess that's it. See you Saturday.